I want to go places. I've got cabin fever. I'm sick of being in the house. But you know, COVID, cancer, cold weather, everything's against me. But I got a plan. I am Denise. Welcome back to Travels in My Chair. I thought today I might talk about optimism. We've been stuck at home. We're getting pretty tired of it. And we want to look ahead to a brighter future. But wham! Cancer slapped you in the face. And so you gotta make another adjustment in life. What the heck? I was sitting around feeling pretty sorry for myself a few months ago. And hey, I'm allowed, right? Because I'm in that age group. You know, I'm going to be 71 pretty soon. Should be around a bunch of people, even though I've had my 3 vaccines. I've got MS, type 2 diabetes, cancer, you know, apparently I'm old, whatever. So it's best that I'm not around a crowd. It's best that people that aren't vaccinated not be around me. My white blood cell count went down a little bit last time, so I'm susceptible to infection. My immune system is wonky, so I've got to be careful. But being careful isn't exactly joyful. But I'm sitting there one day, it even started last fall. And if you remember my video on making family memories that I did, when we went to rented 2 chalets in the interior of BC, had a marvelous holiday. I rebooked them for August because I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that my cancer's going to behave itself, even with its ups and downs. I booked those chalets. They weren't cheap. Hopefully we can all go. And my brother is coming too. So there's going to be 21 of us. When I contacted the chalet, she says, I'm a bit worried about the septic system. But don't worry, we'll be very careful. I won't go into the details about that conversation. Now, some of you may know, Alan and I own a 2002 leisure travel van, which has been dubbed White Lightning. He has taken us everywhere. He hasn't been out very much in the last couple of years. I have to say last year he was only out twice. I want to go over to the island in May. We didn't last year. And I think if we stock up the motorhome, have everything we need in it, and are very careful, like we'll visit our daughter and our kids, and I really want to see the grandkids, and my daughter too. And we've got friends over there, and my brother's over there. And I think if we're really cautious and stay within that group of people, and we should be fine. That is, if I can make arrangements around all my appointments that I have between blood this and infusion that, and oncologist appointments, and you know, it's just CT appointments. Then I'm sitting there the other night, and again, I'll admit this cancer can wear me down because my energy level is really in the toilet. As I've told you many times, you're probably sick of hearing the T word. But we got a call from our friends in Alberta, and they both had their health issues in the last year, and they're not getting better. And we miss them. We haven't seen them for 2 years because of COVID. Now, the other thing is all Alan's siblings live in Alberta, and my daughter Heather lives in Alberta, and nobody has an accessible house. So as we were talking to our friends in Alberta, I went, well, can you guys meet us somewhere and go camping? And he goes, oh, and he calls me English. I love it. He goes, you know English? I don't know. He says, I'm still not driving. I don't know. I said, okay, well, you know what, I really want to see you guys. The only problem is that to get to their place, we put the ramp up, and it's quite steep. And Alan, he's 73 now, and his back and his knees aren't in the greatest shape. I don't want to hurt him, and I don't want to hurt me. I started thinking, when you're put in a corner, and I think any of you who have any kind of problems with mobility or health issues or age issues, you'll understand what I'm saying. You know, you get shoved into a corner, you get put into a little box of this is what you are and this is what you should be doing. And all of a sudden you go, hold it a minute. No, that's not me. I'm not going to sit here in my house waiting to die. I got stuff to do. We've all got stuff to do. Every one of us. So I sat back and I thought about something that I'd seen on the internet and I made a decision. You know what I did? There is a wheelchair accessible Class A motorhome. I think there may be two in Western Canada. Now, for those of you in the States, I'm sure there are more companies that have wheelchair accessible motorhomes. We have two. And I would think that that is from the coast of BC all the way probably into Manitoba. This is a trip for us. First of all, it's a 30-foot motorhome with a slide out. It's got a full fridge and kitchen. It's got a roll-in shower. Like, I'm in a wheelchair. I tell you, I am not going to risk trying to climb into a tub. Well, I can't anyway because my legs just won't do it. And we're going to go to Alberta. So the whole point of this trip is to visit all the people we haven't seen for 2 years. We're going to, hopefully, if I can get reservations in the campground, park the vehicle because we're not driving around the city in it, that's for sure. Contact the relatives and say, come on out, come and visit. Do that, a couple of nights in Calgary. Then we'll scoot over to Edmonton to see my daughter for a couple of nights. And oh, by the way, we're traveling with our daughter and her husband and their 3 little ones who are camping. So we'll have company along the way. And then we will depart from them and go and visit our friends in northern Alberta and park in their driveway. And again, they're too sick to go anywhere or drive. Sure, we got a lift on our motorhome. They can come and visit us. When you're in a motorhome, you've got everything that you need. It's right there. Even in White Lightning, our 20-foot long Class B, there's a sense of safety because everything we need is in this compact little space. If I get tired, I can go lay down. I've got a raised toilet, and Alan and our son put bars beside the toilet last year, anchored them in so I could safely, get up and get down. The front seats swivel. Our little Class B's even got a shower. Like you guys, it's a one of a kind, and we would take it to Alberta. We would, except we need to be the entertainers this time. We need them to come to us. So we need a vehicle that's big enough that we can feed a lot of people. It'll have a canopy. If it's warm out, we can be outside because we're going in June, if I didn't say. Holiday. It can be 20 minutes away from home visiting a local garden center. It can be going on a day trip somewhere. It doesn't need to be a major fly to Europe holiday. That's not really probably the wisest thing to do right now. Camping. Okay, this is my version of camping. Pull up. Put out the awning, put out a lawn chair, my wheelchair, a stool to rest my feet on. I've got my Kobo, I've got my water. That's it. Nighttime, light a fire. I'll be content. And right now, with all the volatility in the world, I think content is a good thing, everybody. Really. You have to take care of yourself so that if you're taking care of yourself, then the people that are around you that love you will help to take care of you. So can you think of anything else that you could do this year to get you out of the house? Could a friend take you for a drive somewhere and find a nice picnic area and just spend the day enjoying, I don't know, birds in the water, a beautiful forest? Could you get away for the night somewhere or even 2 nights? Because when you're camping or away, you're not thinking about paying the bills or cleaning the house or what to cook for supper or any of that stuff. You can actually feel yourself relax in the calmness. You don't have to rent a wheelchair accessible motorhome if you're not in a wheelchair. You can rent a small motorhome. If you can drive a station wagon or a minivan, you can drive one of them puppies. Or you can even rent a camper van if to Just think about it, okay? Because if you're like me, COVID might have just have worn you right down. And if you're like me and you have cancer, you're just getting thumped on even more. You need to have a chance to get out and have a bit of fun. A bit of fun. Wow. Take a trip. Have some fun. Be optimistic that the world is going to be rosy again. Thanks for joining me. Love your comments. Please subscribe if you haven't. I made it to over 500 subscribers. That was my goal. 6 months ago, that was my goal. I'm so excited. That's all because of you guys. So thanks a lot. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Wish me luck on my CT scan. Bye for now.